Hello, everybody. I'm Skip Elsheimer. Welcome to the AV Geeks Lunchtime Streaming Show, where we are at the archive and trying to connect cables and get things so that I can show films from the scanner and stream them live. So I got it working, except that I realized it's having the same problem that it had prior to me moving out of the archive, which is it has the sound kind of drops when I'm scanning, but it doesn't drop when I'm just showing you a film. So I'm just going to show you films, and then I'm going to eventually figure out the audio problem. And yeah, so where are we going to show first? All right, so here's the first film we're going to show. It is from a Richmond County, Columbia, South Carolina. The Man Who Bought Monday Night. I have no idea what this film is about, so here we go. Enjoy.
Green. Jelly beans.
Ah, that's good. Power.
Superman.
Okay, basketball.
Clumsy.
Clumsy, good. T-shirt.
Pants.
Dashiki.
Island.
Battery.
Blue.
Yardstick.
Feet.
Cookie.
Food.
Wizard.
Magician.
Lightning rod.
Fire.
Okay, the idea of this really is just to kind of get your imagination going. What we're going to do today is we're going to talk about stories and where stories come from, how you make up stories. It's the whole kind of process of doing it. Let's just kind of talk about where and how you would find a story. What's is the first thing that you would think of, Allison? Where would a story come from?
Your imagination.
From your imagination. Okay. That's one of the great sources of stories. No matter how you do it, you have to your imagination. But generally some other places that you might get a story. Meg, do you have an idea?
Well, you can think of things that you've done. From magazines or, something you'd be looking at, you could get an idea from.
Uh-huh. All right. Can you give me another way, for instance, of saying what Meg said? It comes from things you've done. Is there any, just say that in another way. Okay, Rick.
Your past experience?
That's it. Your experience. Stories come from experience. Your experience. For instance, can you think of a kind of an experience that you might have had that might make a story? Okay, then.
The Olympics.
The Olympics. That
we had in 5th grade.
Oh, the 5th grade Olympics.
5th grade Olympics.
Good, good. How about experiences that other people have had? Carrie?
Well, my father bought a sailboat, and he got stuck out when there wasn't any wind and there was a storm out in the middle of the ocean on a race.
All right, well, you combine that with something else. Maybe an enemy sub comes up in the middle of the storm, and there we're off on a big adventure tale. What do you have, Allison?
My friend moved out from New York, and this is a strange place.
That could be a very good story about someone who starts in school with no friends, and all sorts of things could happen. If you're a professional writer, you would take the experiences of other people, and then you would, as somebody suggested, because you always have to use imagination, you'd use your imagination to expand that, and that is a good deal, has a good deal to what we're talking about here, using your imagination with your own experiences. Any other place that you might get stories? Okay, Tom.
From dreams.
Dreams, that's very good. That's excellent. Let's take, some famous authors that we've heard about. How have they very often gotten their stories or their ideas for stories? Anybody have an idea on that? Okay, Beth.
Historical things, people get ideas from historical.
Right, right. A great source of stories is the basic kind of history that we have. Can you think of an author who used really history in all of, well, I'll give you a clue, in all of the plays he wrote? What do you got, Neil?
Shakespeare?
Shakespeare, right. Shakespeare really used kind of history, and even Romeo and Juliet is based on actual kind of incidents. Also, how about King Arthur?
Yeah.
That's a good example of romanticizing or using your imagination and expanding history. The whole idea of this is to take an experience and kind of expand it. And that way you can use your own experience, you can use friends' experiences, and you can use historical experiences. And you can move them back and forth. And with imagination, you can then get interesting stories. What we're going to do now is a little bit of an exercise. We'll do it as a class first. Always begin, when you want to use your imagination, begin with something specific. Okay, this is going to be a story about a person, and we'll all do it together. Let's think of a name. Start with the name. Carrie, give me a name of a character. Just a name.
Okay, Robert Smith.
Robert Smith. We're going to write a story about Robert Smith. Let's have some of his physical characteristics. Ricky, just how tall is he?
5'6".
Robert Smith, 5'6". Okay, Tommy, just build on that a little bit more. 5'6", what else?
Okay, he has gray hair.
Gray hair.
And gray eyes.
Gray hair and gray eyes. Okay, but Debbie?
And he has big arms. Really big arms.
Okay, Allison, go ahead now.
He doesn't have any teeth.
Aha!
But he's very popular and very rich.
And very rich. Okay, Gar.
He lives in a large mansion by himself.
All right. Okay, Tommy?
Well, he doesn't have any kids or any wife. He just has a big dog.
Okay, all right. What do you got, Gar?
And he hates Monday night football.
All right. Now look what we have. Just starting with a name, and then beginning with his physical description. Now we've gotten into some of the characteristics. We've gotten into some of his family situation. We've gotten into the place he lives in and some of his habits. Would he have a particular something that he wanted to accomplish, or a particular problem that he would have? Carrie, you started all of this, Robert Smith.
Well, he didn't, like Gar said, he didn't like Monday night football, sports. So he bought the television station, and he made it be off the air.
All right.
His next dream is to buy Monday night.
Now we have the title, The Man Who Bought Monday Night. This is getting very, very interesting. All right. He had a pet that was mentioned. Any particular kind of relationship with the pet? Wow. Neil, go ahead.
Okay, well, really he didn't show that much interest in the dog.
Okay. Debbie had her hand up here, among others.
It's an old English sheepdog, you know, this big kind.
Yeah.
And he never gave it a bath, and he never brushed it, so it's all like a mess of hair, and he doesn't take care of it too well.
Okay. Tommy?
Well, the sheepdog fell in love with this little skinless chihuahua. Hairless chihuahua. So, that's what they look like. So, she always put her in the house. And so Robert gets really mad, he takes a stick and he starts chasing after the dog. And this happens like once a week.
Okay, very good. Now again, we're getting a lot of associations. We began with something specific, and our imagination has certainly gone in many different directions. Now I'll tell you what I want you to do. I want you to do me a little exercise here. And I want you to start with a name, be a character. So this is someone that you maybe will want to write a story about. And just start, and again, as we have done here, use your imagination, but All these are kind of notes to yourself. Start with the name of the character, then give me some of his physical characteristics, then tell me a little something about his family, and then about the circumstances of his life. And in other words, how much money he has, the part of town that he lives in, and in the end, tell me what a problem is that he has, or something that he really wants to achieve. And I want you to do this very quickly, and I'll give you, scratch it out, let me give you about 4 minutes. Just get it down and save it, then we'll discuss it, okay? All right, I want you to keep those character sketches. We're going to use them later. Now, if I asked you what would be the day-to-day history of any particular time, what would that be? If you wanted to find the day-to-day history of, say, the period from 1947 to 1949, where would you go? Got an idea? All right, Beverly.
Library?
Library, what would you find in the library that would give you the day-to-day account of what's going on at a particular time? Okay, Debbie.
In a certain book, like, that would have the information in it.
A particular book? Okay, Tommy?
The newspaper.
The newspapers. The day-to-day account of history really is the newspaper. And that's why I asked you to bring in this morning some clippings. Now, you can get many, many ideas, many stories out of newspapers. They represent actually the experiences of many people, not only your friends and yourself, but people all over the world. Now let me read you a few headlines to show how they might suggest stories of all different kinds. I'll read you the headlines first, and then we'll talk about some of the newspaper stories. This says, air traffic comes to near standstill in many countries. Can you see a story in which a fellow has to get to Algeria in the morning, and the airlines go on strike? This is neat. Technician seized, accused of picking computer's brain. There's a whole wonderful kind of science fiction detective story. What kind of a story could you get? Let me direct this at Ward. What kind of a story could you get out of this? It's about a 9-year-old girl who won a throwing and catching contest over all the boys in Minnesota. She scored 243 points out of a possible 264, and she beat 24 boys in her division. Now, what kind of a problem do you think what kind of a story might come out of that?
You could have her being rejected by the boys and practicing very hard, having a lot of emotional feelings about being a girl trying to win the contest, and having her practicing for it, and having the feeling of getting better, and finally on the day it happens, winning.
And when she wins something, but what else happens?
She also wins the respect of other people.
All right, fine. Tommy?
She'd keep on doing this, so, as she got older and she started, like dating, how girls do,
I know
they would, yeah. Well, so, she'd become a tomboy,
Very interesting. That's moving the story ahead in time, and you get a very interesting thing. You take a 9-year-old girl, and she's very expert at something, and what happens when she's 18 years old. So you move it ahead in time. Go ahead, Rick. Tell me what you had in mind.
The boys might feel resentment towards her, just block her out completely.
Very good. That might make considerable problems, and it makes an interesting kind of story. All right. This says Igor Uspensky, once accused of being an international master spy, died in his St. Louis home today at the age of 81. All right. Now, the first thing I want you to do is to move the story backwards. He's died at the age of 81. What would a story be that happened early in his life?
Okay, he could have been still like a mailman, and he was walking along one day, and all of a sudden, a person who looked exactly like him, like a master thief or spy, looked exactly like him. They switched identities, and he was really innocent.
Okay, very good. That's moving it backward in time, and you have a mistaken identity, a classic kind of story. Go ahead, Beverly.
All his life he wanted to be a spy, and let's say he pretended that he was a spy, and he told everybody that he was a spy, and then at the end, like before he died, no one really knew if he was a spy or not.
Okay, that's a good variation. Now, start at the time he dies and start a story and move it forward in time. Now, what would a story be? All right, Tommy.
Well, they take it to court and they find that somehow he took something with him, you know, like on his clothes or something. So they dug up the grave and they found that there was no one in there.
All right. That's the basic idea. You can take a story and say, well, what happened before this took place? You can also take it and project it ahead and get another idea. And this is very much the same kind of thing that you did with the characters. You take a specific incident, which is why the newspaper is very valuable. It gives you something specifically to begin with, and then you expand it, you change it. You might get into many different areas. The principal thing is, though, to find a specific place and to begin. Now, I want you to get your papers and pencils out, and we're going to do an exercise here. I'm going to give you a circumstance, and I want you to expand and make up a story. I think that all of you may, in your experience, may possibly remember a school teacher that you did not like. Can't think of one, eh? Ha ha. All right. Now, I don't want you to use any names. If it's a lady, you can use the name of Sarah, and if it's a man that you didn't particularly care for, use the name Bill. But now I want you to consider this person, this teacher, as being 11 years old. Okay? Can you imagine a school teacher that you didn't like at the age of 11? That's kind of hard to do. But it's the same thing. We've used history, and we've used the newspapers, and we've used made-up characters. Now we can use real people, too. All right. Your teacher is 11 years old. And he and mother had a favorite cat, a pet cat. And the cat has been lost for 2 days. Now, the two of them, the brother and sister, go out together and they go into the woods, and up in this old kind of very high tree, they see the cat trapped up there. Now I want you to tell me what happened, keeping in mind the character of the school teacher that you didn't like. Tell me what happens with the two of them out in the woods, what happens to them, what happens to the cat. I'm going to give you 12 minutes on this, and you can just go right ahead and let's see what happens.
I don't know. So I have another film in this series, and this is the thing that I'm realizing. It's these provocative titles. And the other one's called When the Jail Door Went Clang. And there was another one called Mean, Nasty Cinderella. So I guess I have two others. And these are all explorations of creative writing. And all have incredibly provocative titles. And this one was super splicey. And that's why it was jumping around. So I have it going straight from the scanner to here. I'm going to try to run it with the software and see if I can do some stabilization. But I pre-scanned something before the show as a test. And so we're going to run this, but I'm going to have to... and hopefully this will not get us a YouTube copyright strike, but I'm going to cut out the music at the very beginning because, I mean, you'll see why. This is Magic Lantern Show. Enjoy.
The Screen News Digest, presented by South Carolina Electric and Gas Company. We try to make life easier.
Lights, camera, action!
How do you do, old sport? I'm Gatsby. Will you serve the nuts? I mean, will you serve the guests the nuts?
In these late 80s, I invented the motion picture camera. The recording camera is what made motion pictures a success.
The Wizard of Menlo Park, Thomas Alva Edison, is the man who makes moving pictures move. In the early 1880s, Edison is already famous as the inventor of the phonograph and the incandescent electric lamp. He is a tireless worker who says that genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. His camera, using film developed by the Eastman Kodak Company, is able to record 16 individual pictures or frames per second. When these frames are projected, the human eye cannot separate them, and they are seen in continuous motion.
The first motion picture studio ever set up in the world was in the yard of my laboratory at West Orange. The building revolved to follow the sun. We dubbed it the Black Maria because it was covered with black paper inside and out.
Shooting begins in the Black Maria in 1894, and Gentleman Jim Corbett is one of the earliest performers on film. Americans see their first motion pictures not on a screen, but in a peep show box invented by Edison and called a kinetoscope. Many a man pays a nickel in 1896 to see Carmencita perform a most daring dance. Later, Edison experiments with a motion picture projector that is synchronized with a record player. The result? A talking picture. But Edison's talkie is really a squawky. Yet, even without sound, the magic of motion pictures is taking hold. In 1900, May Irwin and John Rice shock America in The Kiss. Early films are a minute or less in length. Action is explicit. Witness the reenactment of an execution by hanging. Humor is simple and easily understood. And pioneer filmmakers are both creative and imaginative as they blend animated and live action. Finally, motion picture frames are taken out of the kinetoscope, enlarged thousands of times, and flashed on giant screens in darkened theaters. President William McKinley is shown speaking in Buffalo only moments before his assassination in 1901. Audiences marvel as people, places, and events pass before their eyes and come alive. Milestones of history are recorded by the motion picture camera and preserved on film for generations to come. William McKinley is buried, and America has a new president, Theodore Roosevelt. Theater owners make certain to present programs that will appeal to audiences of all ages. Long before the forward pass and the T formation, this is college football. Yale against Princeton in 1903. More and more theaters spring up across America. Inside, the rulers of the world pose and strut to the melodic strains of a tinkling piano. Through the camera's eye, audiences see sights, visit places that they never dreamed of seeing or visiting in person. Newsreel cameramen travel the globe until East and West meet on the silver screen of the neighborhood movie theater. Next, a reminder and a warning. And then, the great train robbery, distributed by the Edison Company and destined to become the prototype of the motion picture feature. The plot, simple as it is completely original, and the one-reel, 10-minute film involves more locations than ever before. It is barely 10 years since the first recording camera and photographic film enabled Edison to take motion pictures. And so scenes are limited to simple actions in wide angles. Nothing is left to the imagination. How many times and in how many movies will the good guys and the bad guys battle it out to the death? And always with the same results. This is where it all begins, on a forgotten hillside, on a day long ago. More than 20 years will pass before motion pictures talk. But when sound comes, it provides newsreels with a dramatic new dimension in covering world events.
We take you now to Lakehurst, New Jersey.
The ship is riding majestically toward us. It's practically standing still now. They've dropped ropes out of the nose of the ship. It bursts into flames. Get it started, get it started. It's crashing. It's crashing terrible. Oh, my, get out of the way, please. It's burning, bursting into flames, and it's falling on the mooring mast and all the folks between us. This is terrible. This is one of the worst catastrophes in the world. Oh, it's like 20, 400 or 500 feet into the sky. It's a terrific crash, ladies and gentlemen. The smoke and the flames now, and the frame is crashing to the ground, not quite to the mooring mast. All the humanity and all the fans. Fire! Fire!
The 1930s, Hollywood is the film capital of the world. The motion picture industry is in its golden age, and feature films now run 2 hours and more. Stars are born and become famous the world over. Robert Young, Gary Cooper, Roscoe Carnes.
I say, what a chap. What a judge of distance. If Ronnie could only see. Are they like ours? Do they load themselves as soon as the air strikes them?
What? Don't what load
the bomb. It's magnificent. I shall never forget it.
The bomb?
That left wing. Oh, boy, oh, boy, oh, boy.
Humor is sophisticated. Example, Clark Gable and Claudette Colbert in It Happened One Night.
Aren't you going to give me a little credit?
What for?
Well, I've proved once and for all that the limb is mightier than the thumb.
Where actors and actresses once came to the camera, now production crews travel the globe to film on location. where Edison's camera used only 35mm film, now professional and amateur equipment can photograph in 8, 16, and even 65mm. Color films, split screens, and special optical effects provide new and ever-changing creative opportunities for film producers. High-speed photography, projected at normal speed, captures graphic sports action in dramatic slow motion.
Congratulations, Popeye. You stayed in there the full 60 days.
Phoenix Power did it, sir. Through space in an hour on pure spinning power. I'm Popeye the Sailor Man.
Why didn't you wait for me?
Because rich girls don't marry poor boys, Jay Gatsby.
Spectacles, love stories, cartoons, or sporting events, motion pictures have come a long, long way from the kinetoscope and the Black Mariah.
The recording camera is what made motion pictures a success.
The Screen News Digest is presented to help you see where the world is going by the same people who help you see where you're going. South Carolina Electric and Gas Company. We try to make life easier.
All right. That was fascinating. And yes, I was concerned about the Hard Day's Night audio. Although it looks like they used the Beatles TV cartoon for some reason. Maybe they couldn't get rights. Let's see. I've got another thing set up on the scanner. So somebody wrote, no, it's not stoves. It's not a film about stoves. It's a film about stories. So here's some stories. This is another film I have not seen. So here we go. This is the magic of this is a world, probably 21st century premiere, and you're all here for it. So I'm very excited to be back at this place. We're still working out kinks, but I appreciate you guys enduring them. Here we go.
Come on around. Let's all get in a big circle.
Okay.
Okay? Have a seat. What we're going to try and do today is a little exercise to create a story. And we're all going to make the story together.
Okay.
Everybody ready? Okay, go.
One day there was a cat, and his name was Herman. And Herman wanted to go to the store.
Want to skip? Okay, we'll come back to you. Go ahead.
He liked to play at the store because there's a lot of things he could eat and chew on and wouldn't have to pay because nobody thought he had money, even though he did. Every single day he was trying to look for a girlfriend, but he couldn't find the one that would fit right for him.
Why do you write stories?
It just pops in when it's be real quiet. It just pops in my mind.
Why do you like to write?
Because it's fun sometimes. What you think, you can just put it down on paper so you can remember it and everything.
The reason that I like to write stories is that somehow or other it kind of helps you to freeze a particular moment in time.
and sometimes I don't want to write a story. I just like to make up things.
Because you get the feelings from what you want other people to know on the paper, and then you give it to them so they'll know what you feel.
True. Why do you like to write?
I don't know, it's just fun.
I noticed that most of your stories had some kind of a character in them. One of the stories had a character who was what?
Monster.
A monster,
A
right?
cat.
Cat.
Dog.
Dog.
Girl.
Girl. So the character sometimes is an important person in the story. Now, I'm going to ask you today to help me make up some characters. You can just say, we can put our brains together. We're going to see anybody just make up any name you want. Okay, you have monsters, but you can give them a name, you know.
Ronnie's a rabbit.
Ronnie. The...
Let's have a king. Oh, King of Bling.
King of Bling?
I got one.
Okay.
I got King of Georgia.
Why not? Now, I'm going to ask you all, I'm going to choose one of these characters. I'm going to say the name, and I want you to try to picture this person in your mind. And I want every one of us to probably see this person in a different way. So let's close our eyes first. Let everything just kind of slow down. Close your eyes and imagine Margarita. Margarita.
She had a lipstick that went like this. And she had a long black hair.
She was a ballerina, and she danced pretty. She was going slow, and she had on a pink dress, pink socks, pink shoes. And she was a manager for Ralph's supermarket and had a red and white dress on because that's the color of Ralph's. And she had yellow shoes and she had glasses on.
Oh, my. Okay, got another character for you. Use your imaginations, go inside, and this is going to be Ricky the Picky. Now just get the picture in your mind, and then when you open your eyes, I'm going to ask you, Annaline.
He had a mustache and a beard and a black face. And he had on him some sunglasses, and he had a big natural. He had on a shirt, you know, it got love on it. And he had on some pants that got love on it. And he had on a watch, and he had 2 o'clock.
You really got a good picture of Ricky the Picky, didn't you? Let's hear your picture, Celeste.
He would always be picky about things. I saw Ricky the Picky with a toothpick with a whole bunch of cheese in front of him, picking one of the ones he wanted. He kept picking flowers.
Ricky the Picky was a flower picker.
Picky means
You like that?
but he was just picking the picky
Just the pink ones.
Picky means what he wants.
Right. Make your picture all clean so that you don't see anything at all. And this character's name is Max the Detective. Tina, tell me, how'd you see Max?
I only saw one thing of him.
Well, what did you
It was
see?
a shoe.
You saw his shoe? What was his shoe like?
Brown.
Brown. Was it a big shoe? Was it a little shoe?
He was always tripping over everything. He had a magnifying glass in his hand.
And he had glasses.
A Sherlock Holmes hat.
That had a collar that went all the way up to his nose.
Like what?
You know how the collars that go like this?
Oh, yeah, I know.
What do they use magnifying glasses for?
They want to see
Looking for clues.
They're looking for clues.
Looking for fingerprints and stuff.
clues.
Okay. This one, it was Lara's character, and this was Fluffy, a person. Lara?
She's an old lady, and she had on black shoes. She had on a short dress, and she was chubby. And she had fluffy hair.
And the only thing unusual about her was that she had a mustache.
A mustache? Yeah,
Yeah. That's what you dream.
Yeah.
Blood your mind.
Characters can lead you to stories. How do you begin your stories?
Well, once I started a story that with the words once upon a little before time and once upon a time, obviously.
People started like the front couldn't be exciting, but it leads to a plot at the end. Those are the best kind of stories that lead to a plot.
Do you know what the plot of a story is?
It's what's happening.
The plot is what's happening. I was thinking about like the story that Jeff did about oranges. How does that story go?
Once upon a time, there was a boy named Henry who loved eating oranges.
And what did he look like?
Well, he had a face with a kind of short, he had a medium nose, and he had a very round face, and just a couple of whisks of hair. One day, while eating an orange, he found a ring. On the side of the ring, it said wishing ring. That's the silliest thing I ever heard of, said Henry. But just the same, he put the ring into his pocket and went home. When he got home, he showed the ring to his mother. His mother had a good temper, and she read the words.
Why don't you make a wish?
Asked his mother. I don't believe in that, said Henry. But to please his mother, he made a wish. I wish for a ton of oranges, he said. And nothing happened. You see, said Henry.
Go clean your room,
said his mother. But behind his door, he found a ton of oranges. So they ate them for dinner. After dinner, his mother said,
now wash up and go to bed.
In the morning, his mother woke him up. Can I have an orange? Said Henry.
We're all out,
said his mother. But we've got a ton, said Henry. You were only dreaming, said his mother. The end.
That story had a very involved plot. Where'd you get the idea?
I don't know. Thinking about oranges, because I was hungry.
Where else could kids get ideas?
Well, for one thing, when you're sleeping, you think of one little idea, something that might happen that would be funny. And then the next morning you think of some more, and then you just put it together and you'll find out if it ends to a story or not.
And I bring a piece of paper and things in I draw, then I make a story. I make the words to go with it.
That's all you have to do is just look at something and then write about it.
Like what, for example?
What I could write about right now.
We're going to talk about different places where stories take place. The set or the settings. Right now, where is the setting for where we are right now? Where are we right now?
The school.
School. So that would be our set or setting if we were all characters, right? That's where we are. Where else could stories take place?
Oh, the forest.
Okay, let's write these down. Mountains. Can you help us? Where else do stories take place? Castle. C-A-S-T-L-E. Okay, boat. When a person doesn't know how to spell a word, what can he do?
He could sound it out. He could ask somebody.
The dark.
B-E-A-C-H. What other kinds of things? Does the weather make a difference on your set or settings?
Desert.
Different things can happen depending on where you are.
One day when I was at the beach, I saw a sea on the water. At the beach, I found a whole bunch of clams. I picked up a big clam in the water, but it turned out to be a creepy, crawly thing. It was an octopus. My friend found a crab in the rocks, but she did not pick it up. At all. No way. At the beach, we discovered a place to play. Me and my friend played and played. It was fun. And then we went home. On the way, my friend cut her toe, but she did not cry at all. And we also saw a man walking around, and he had this snake over his arm. I think it was this huge snake. I forget what it was called.
Do you like that ending?
No.
Why not? How do you like stories to end?
Well, they usually have out happy because, like, if somebody robs somebody, they'll get their stuff back, because that always happens. I wish for once the bad guys would for once get the money. Surprise endings, they make you laugh, and some make you get really scared.
What do you do with your stories after you write them?
After I'm done, I like to put them in my pile, and I got a pile of stories this big. When I'm cleaning up my room, I like, instead of just keep cleaning, I like to read them every once in a while.
I put them in the bottom drawer of our dresser, and then when I get a lot of them, I put them into a book, and then I let my friend read them, and then when I grow up, I'll show them to my kids.
And then you'll have a lot of stories left when you grow up. You can look at all your stories and say, look what I did when I was little, and be proud of yourself.
And then what happened, Jeff?
He ran behind the tree, and the policeman ran after him, but he dodged behind the tree, and the policeman ran right by him. And he turned it around the other way.
Wow. So I like that better because it actually had recreations of the stories and the characters. So those are the films I like. All right. So I am going to quickly get this film off and put the last film on. And this one is I think it's also. It's not part of this series, it's a different one, but this is part of the Serendipity series. And it says Speak Up. And so these all came from South Carolina, and this is a collection that I have not been they've been off-site, so I would periodically go to where they were and pull some titles that I thought were interesting. But now most of these are in the film vault, so they're downstairs, and I can just come up, go down there and pick some films, come back. So this is very exciting for me. All right, let's see, and then I need to pull a core. No, these cores are too big. 1 second. I need to get a core. This core is for 35, so 1 second. I'll be right back. No, I got one right here. All right, sweet. Good. With the scanner, doing it with the scanner, we're going to get back to that whole situation where there's going to be tech problems related to the scanner. So we're just adding yet another potential thing that could go wrong, horribly wrong. Along with the computer crapping out, along with power going out, along with me turning off or not turning off the microphone. So to add, just keep making it more and more difficult for me to show you films. That's part of the deal, right? Okay, so here it is. Speak Up. Enjoy.
307, Bellman Production. Speak up, take one.
What a wonderful way to discover things, uncover things unexpectedly. We sometimes find the things that mean the most happen accidentally. Serendipity, the world's right under your nose. Serendipity, it's right there under your toes. Words can pass you by, so keep your eyes open and you'll soon be reading and writing words and using them when you speak. It's so easy.
Yep. So this happens. Let's go past it a little bit, see what's going on, see if we can get this to do the tension. All right. Here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32.
Raise your voice, speak up, speak out. We can sing and we can shout. People talking all around, speaking words with different sounds. There are no two ways about it. There's no way to live without it. Communication is the key. Speaking is the recipe. Sing along in harmony. Speaking is for you and me.
Ready or not, here I come!
Open up your mouth, let a word come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see.
Most of us take speaking for granted. That's because we do it all the time. If you want to communicate something, speaking is the fastest way to do it.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Olive.
Olive.
Olive, you.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana.
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Banana.
Banana who?
Knock, knock.
Who's there?
Orange.
Orange who?
Aren't you glad I didn't say banana?
It's fine for you, you wait. Grunt, you squeak. What does a box of popcorn say? I know. Why don't you say poppity pop pop pop?
Speaking is the most direct way of communicating. Of all the ways to use our language, I think speaking is the most fun.
You get the idea that your house can look like any kind of thing that you wish?
Yes.
Can you have a circle house if you want?
Yes.
Can you have 3 or 5 chimneys?
Yes.
Can you have stairs?
Yes.
Can you have a porch?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, now, I'm going to show you how you can start building your own house.
Speaking seems as easy as breathing. Most of the time, we don't think much about what we're saying.
Then make a triangle. No one knows what mine is hardly.
Oh, I know. A tent.
But what kind of tent? You don't know what kind.
Hey, did you hear something? No. Poppity pop pop pop. How come I can't scare anybody?
You've got to speak up to be heard.
Trick or treat.
What? Trick or treat. Oh, trick or treat. I didn't hear you.
Oh, thank you.
I keep forgetting to speak up.
May I have this apple, please?
Why, sure. I'm sorry. I didn't hear you. It'll be a quarter.
No matter what you do each day, when you're at school or you're at play, it doesn't matter where you are, it's all the same, near or far. Don't be shy when you speak. Speak up strong and don't be meek. Speak up strong and loud and clear. Speak up so the world can hear. The words you say must reach an ear. So speak up and we all can hear. Open up your mouth, let a word come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see.
That was scary.
When I try to explain something to other people, I have to think more about what to say and how to say it.
And a flower. Smoke coming out of the chimney. He got a mouth, and here's an eye, and this is a TV.
Tell us more about the inside of the house, because the outside is super fantastic.
That's me.
Who does the cooking?
Me.
Are you a good cook? What's your specialty?
I don't know. Sometimes pizza.
Everyone's done such a tremendous job.
Sometimes speaking is very difficult.
Something to drink.
Uh-oh, trouble.
Yours?
When you get in trouble, it's hard to know what to say.
I'm sorry. I broke your window.
I really get scared when I have to talk in front of a lot of people. I guess I think they'll laugh at me. Do I have to?
As I was going up the stairs, I met a man who wasn't there. I met that man again today. I wish that man would go away.
Teachers, fellow students, and principals, I am Gary Malamet. I am running for vice president.
Speaking in front of other people doesn't have to be scary if you're prepared.
I know many of you students personally and all the teachers. Remember, what you see is what you get.
When we play charades, we can't really say anything. We have to act it out. That's a kind of speaking, too.
Bird? Kangaroo. Is it an animal?
Yes. What did you think it was? A person? Bear?
When we speak, we use our hands and arms and legs and the way we stand. We use our eyes when we're surprised and when we must apologize. We're talking when we twist and dance. We're talking when we pass a glance. We use a handshake when we meet. We smile sincerely when we greet. gesturing with hands and feet. We use our bodies when we speak. Open up your mouth, let a word come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see.
We need a clue.
Oh, a lamb. A lamb.
Sheep. Clue. Sheep.
Right.
All right. Why couldn't you think of that in the first place?
How do you feel about speaking out about your feelings?
Happy. I feel like it's a secret.
And what are you doing with the secret, Mara?
Spreading it around. To me, it's like no special thing. I'm just telling of what I feel like.
I'm telling what I feel inside, and I feel happy about it.
I love you. I love you, kitty cat. Sometimes you just talk to yourself. When things aren't going right, it's good to have someone to talk to.
What's wrong, Barry?
I hurt my leg and I missed the ball.
Come on, Barry, we could play some more football. You'll catch a pass.
Sometimes when your luck is bad, when you're low and feeling sad, it helps to open up your mouth and let your feelings tumble out. Talk about what makes you mad. Talk about what makes you glad. When you're happy, you can shout and tell us what it's all about. Open up and you'll find out just what speaking's all about. Open up your mouth, let a thought come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see.
5, 6. Speaking in front of an audience can be scary. But it's fun, too. Especially when you're doing it with your friends.
Oh, look at this picture. Isn't it pretty? And look at all the boys and girls. Gee, wouldn't it be fun to have all of them as our friends? Hey, what's the matter? Oh, silly, you'd know I'd never trade you away for anything else in the whole world. 'Cause you're the only best friend I've ever had. And look here, Teddy. Oh, I'm so sleepy.
Don't you recognize us? Why, we're your storybook friends. And do you know why we're here? We're here to sing songs with you.
Oh, wow!
Raise your voice, speak up, speak out now. We can sing and we can shout. People talking all around, speaking words with different sounds.
There are no two ways about it. There's no way to live without without it. Communication is the key. Speaking is the recipe. Sing along in harmony. Speaking is for you and me.
Open up your mouth, let a song come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see. Speak up.
Open up your mouth, let a song come out. It's the same for you and me. It's the very best way when there's something to say. Speak up and you will see.
Now the scanner's making a weird sound. Hold on. Yeah. All right. All right. Well, you know, it's been a while. So, thanks everybody for tuning in today. I hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving yesterday, and I hope today you've been able to get a break, even if you had to work today. Hopefully, you were not working retail, and everything is nice and relaxing, and you have a weekend coming up where you can spend time with family and friends. And so I will say, I read in the comments, people were like, what is the point of those films where the kids are just telling stories and using their imagination? Well, the films are designed to be shown to teachers, and the teachers help do similar things. And when you have kids use their imagination, you're flexing those muscles, and they can use that when they're doing problem solving, any type of problem solving. If you have a bigger imagination, then you can sometimes bring in different ideas and different concepts to help with problem solving and troubleshooting. And that's, I say this because I was a child who used my imagination a lot. It was encouraged as a kid, and I feel like I have benefited from that. So anyways, there you go. Everybody have a great rest of your Friday. I will be back on Monday live, and we will keep messing with this scanner to try to make it better and better so that we have a better viewing experience, and I can scan films at the same time. Double dip. So love you guys. Take care, and we will see you on Monday.